Hey scrapbookers, so I have about a half an hour before I have to go pick my daughter up from school. So I thought I would just try to get a quick page done because it's March and it's Calvinball month. So I'm Katie Scott and I'm attempting some fast scrapbook pages. So this is a binder notebook, and in it are apparently some random things, but also there are these things that were written by my father-in-law, and I plan to put them in his tribute album. So I think I already actually wrote that story down and scrapbooked it. So let's go to the next thing. This will frost your ass. In 1962, we bought an 84-foot waterfront lot on the shore of beautiful Boca Ciega Bay. This lot came with a seawall and a deep water channel. The cost of this lot was $7,200. On this lot, we had a 3-bedroom house built. This new house had a tile roof, terrazzo floors, marble windowsills, radiant ceiling heat, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, living room, kitchen with a bar, Florida room, a view of the bay, and a 2-car garage. The materials in this house are all first class. There is no plywood, pressboard, or chipboard. Tile work is ceramic, not plastic. The plumbing is all copper, not PVC. It has a concrete circle driveway. The cost of this house was $12,500. Add that to the lot, and you get $19,500. Or actually $19,700. Now this is what chills my ass. The dentist charges me $825 for a small tooth cap. The temporary plastic tooth fell off just biting a cookie. He said he will resurface all 21 of my teeth for only $20,000. Add to that the $825, equaling $20,825. That's $1,325 more than the cost of the house. So that is so that's grandfather using his teeth. So he wasn't easy on his teeth. And there's a picture of him sitting in front of his house. This is our house next door to it. And there's a picture of my son in front of his house, and then the back of the house. So let's go ahead and do a quick page, if I can. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut this up, and I would imagine that I'll probably cut it into strips as I like to do, but just to get it smaller for right now. And then the next thing I want to do probably is, I think, line these 3 photos up on the page, and that's just make a column. And so that's going to be easy. Actually, that's my daughter. And so this is 5.4. So let's just trim these other photos down. What did I say? 5.4, yeah. 5.4. So we cut that one down. And that one down. So all these horizontally oriented photos will be going the same way. Let's see. Here we go. I think they could get lined up on the page like this, and then I can put on the other side of the page his picture with that journaling underneath. Now I'm just wondering, should I take a little bit off these photos? And I think I will. So I'm just going to take about 1/4 of an inch off these 2 photos, just so that I can map them on something, and then there'll be a little white border around them. So let's just pick, and I promise I didn't have this pre-cut. I used it for something else. So there is no pre-planning going into this video. Literally, I had that binder, and that was about all that I did. So I think this will be my sixth layout for Calvinball, and I feel like I should be on like number 15. So I'm feeling like my self-imposed rule of productivity and falling behind. But, you know, there's still, cooking and cleaning and homeschooling and taxiing and all the other things that I'm up to that are still going on. So life has not completely stopped just for this competition. But there is going to be, on Saturday, a live crop at Get It Scrapped. And that means that you can tune in for free and like scrap along with everybody else. And if you go over to the forums at Get It Scrapped, there'll be a link. And it's real easy. It's like she uses, Debbie Hodge uses GoToMeeting. And it's very easy to navigate. Even I can do it. Although lately I've been having trouble with my mic. The mic that I use when I do like a podcast or anything like that. So I need to remember to have my husband look at all that and fix it, because he can fix anything. Okay, so here's what we're working with now. Let's see if I bought some papers yesterday, but I don't think any of them are really gonna work. This is Wanderlust. I guess it could maybe work. I don't think it does though. I'm gonna sneeze. Achoo. My dad could sneeze louder than anyone. Yeah, I don't like any of those for this page. Then I also have this wildflower that I picked up yesterday. Oh, this is kind of, would be maybe interesting, is to use like one of these houses, you know, or use the whole thing. That work. There's some writing out there that I don't really want. How can I cover that up? I kind of think that's too busy of a background, but I could kind of maybe just cut this one out. Let's just try that just for funsies' sake. So I'll just put it along here. So I just picked this pad of paper up yesterday, you know, in that overbuying way that we scrapbookers do. Not that I needed anything, but I picked it up yesterday because I had seen another YouTuber, Hello Jilski, she's been using the same line in a heritage series that she's doing. And I had some papers from this We Are Memory Keepers line that I bought at the scrapbook store for like a full $1 a page, you know, which I don't usually do that. But I was being kind of precious with it, like, oh, I don't want to use that because then it'll be used up. So I actually have a whole, oh, that's cute, this thing. Let's cut that out. Because that shows all the houses. Now all I need is a picture of a tooth, right? My son's getting his braces off on Monday, like less than a week away. He's so funny because he doesn't want to get them off. You know, any steps towards growing up, he'll just skip. He'd just rather not. Yeah, rather not. He'd prefer to stay Peter Pan. So that's my boy. My girl now is full on emo. And she was like, I don't remember what it was, but we were walking upstairs last night. She said something. I'm like, oh, it's just a phase, honey. She, like, just to kind of give her a hard time, you know? And she was like, it's not a phase. It's like, okay, maybe I should give that a rest, because maybe it won't be if I'm like, it's just a phase. Okay, so I don't know how this is going to go. Boy, that doesn't look good. I'm not sure this is going to work with this big, house, but maybe I can cut the house down to cut out the middle part and then just kind of seam it together so the extra windows aren't there. I don't think I like this for the background. I think I would like some kind of a, like bricks or some kind of building material. And I don't think I have that in this. But I want to say, wasn't there, like, in the open road line from crepe paper, some white bricks? I think there was. That wouldn't be bad, though. This could, that could work. Oh, here comes that kitty. Alright, I'm going to look quickly to see about that paper I just scratched. And if I can't find it, I'll use this. Okay, and then I'm thinking like the... Okay, and if his butt is kind of like hiding under there, I could write here, this will frost your ass. Yep, profanity and scrapbooking, it's a good thing. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I'm working on another project, and there'll be a video series, or one big long video later, about using maps on scrapbooking pages. And where did I put my maps? Oh my gosh. I remember. It's right over here. So I'm doing the real-time video thing of walking across the room. I know not everyone loves that, but this is a good time to tell you that I make my videos in real time, which I kind of already did. But so anyways, every time I come across a map when I'm looking for anything, I just kind of put it into this folder because I'm going to be making a whole bunch of pages with maps. And so I just came across 2 sheets as I was looking. So everything in here is either an embellishment or a pattern paper with maps. Alright, back to the task at hand. So that's not going to fit where I wanted it to. Hold on. Okay. And so then I came across this paper, which I'm not totally loving. But I like that it has the motif of the I like that it has the motif of the, I can talk, the building a house, right? So I could go over here. I feel like whatever I do, I'm kind of covering up a lot of the paper. Maybe we don't need this giant photo. Maybe that's just like one thing too many. So if we put this over here, and then put the house kind of scooching out back. I think I like it this way better. I'm not in love with this. I'm just thinking, what if I cut this paper in half, sorta, kinda, and then did it that way. Oh, it even has terrazzo tread, which is something he mentioned. But I don't think you'd even see that. Okay, let's try my little thing with cutting these out. And then what I'm thinking is these two can fit together with some kind of a tiny little seam, you know? Cut that out. So let's try a teensy tiny piece of washi tape. And honestly, I don't know what kind of washi tape to use on this. What is this? Okay, this is real subtle. This might work. So what I think I'm going to do is tape it with regular tape on the back first. Yeah, I do have regular tape. And then this will make the house smaller. I'm just going to cut it over this way just so it lines up a little bit better. And now we'll use this teensy tiny washi over the seam. Oh yeah, that's going to work just fine. Voila! Okay, see that? Ta-da! Lovely. I like that. Now, let's figure out the layout of this page. Okay, I'm almost thinking of doing the crazy thing that I do where I like, I don't really like this. I don't like that. Do you like it like this better? On that paper, and then maybe just do this little bit along the bottom. Let's try that. Oh, this is perforated, lovely. Okay, I'm going to cut it like right here. Then I'm just going to trim off a teensy bit more. It doesn't go all the way to the edge. Maybe a little bit more. Sorry this chair squeaks so much. It really does squeak a lot. How annoying is that? Pretty annoying. Okay, now I think it could go something like this. And then I think the title could go here, or like a dollar amount here, and then this will chap your ass here, and then the information here. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Oh, here comes that kitty princess. She really doesn't know how close she is to me, just like being like, let's just bring her back to the pet store. I mean, I say that kind of jokingly, but I also kind of mean it in a tiny way. This cat here, she was supposed to be for my daughter, and she was going to stay in my daughter's room, and I expected that the dog would like get over her at some point, And so the dog has not. The dog just wants to kill her. And our dog is quite capable of killing. There are possums on our island where we live, and she kills them whenever she gets the chance. I don't know if I told you the story about how I took a late night walk. It was crazy. I'm not sure I want to tell you the story. There was much calamity involved in my walk. I had an altercation with a neighbor. This lady just came out and started yelling at me, and then after that, because I was talking on my phone, and apparently it was a very still night, and my voice was carrying. And I didn't think I was talking too loud because I was just talking to my sister on the phone, and we were doing like a 1 hour talk, you know, so I was just walking around and talking away. And there was even like, there was a cop like stationed here. And so like he had seen me like 3 times, you know, walking around. So he was aware that I was here. And the lady was like, "Do you know how loud you are?" And I was like, "No, sorry." And she was just like super mad because apparently I think where her house is, or maybe her windows aren't very reinforced, or I don't know, but she could hear me talking away. And so I didn't realize it. And so I really was sorry. But she was like, "I'm going to call the cops." And I was like, okay. Because I was thinking like, oh, if you do, like the cop, like I've said hi to him 3 times. So it'll be fine. Anyways, I get home. I don't know. I don't think she called the cops. Because I was like, "Oh, I'm very sorry. I'll be quiet." And then I walked away. And so then I get home, and it was kind of late. So I went through the back, hold on, and I was going to go through the back door, but my husband had the back door locked. And so the kind of locked where you can't like get in. And so I thought, well, I'll go around to the front and get in that way, and I'll just leave the dog back here, because the dog was all like super hot because we had been walking around. That's bad, isn't it? Yes, it is. I don't know why I want that picture on there so bad. I'm going to have to get like some other little picture of him, like his face, for right here. I gotta go in 1 second. I want to tell you this stupid story. And so I went around to the front, and when I went around to the front gate, the dog like went right by me and then escaped out into the street, and across the street where actually there's another mean lady who one time we were having like this political fundraiser at our house with like lots of fancy people here and catering, and you know, it was very civilized. And like everybody's wearing fancy suits and everything else. And like the lady across the street called the police because some of our guests had parked like kind of on her shell yard, which looks kind of exactly like a parking lot, the way she had it set up. But she could have just been like, "Hey, don't park over here," and we would have told our guests to leave. We even had like a little table out front of like, you know, receptionists who would greet the guests and be like, "Hey, you know, can I get you anything?" or blah blah blah. And so the lady didn't like come over and do that. She just called the police immediately, and the cops came out and they were like, "Yeah, this lady's nuts." So anyways, I was a little rattled by the lady saying she was going to call the police on me for talking on the telephone. But I wasn't that rattled because it seemed pretty stupid. And like, she asked me to stop, and I did. And I really didn't realize how loud I was being. And so I was sorry for that. But so anyways, I get back to the house. I'm trying to like get into my house quietly because I don't want to like be be annoying to anybody else tonight, that night. And I go around to the front to get into the front of my house, and the dog just runs right by me, and across the street. And so the main lady across the street that called the cops after we had that party, or during the party, and the cop came out and he was like, this lady is crazy. He really didn't say that. He's like, what was I gonna say? I guess I get so tripped up on that because we have a nice little neighborhood where everybody kind of knows each other and likes each other, and we don't call the cops on each other. Anyways, so the dog goes across the street to where this lady, the main lady across the street, has she doesn't keep her yard up at all. I mean, she has a jungle of palm trees that she never trims, and it's really where all those possums come from. So the dog goes over there and kills a possum immediately. And then I'm like, come on, Jessie, come on. And she won't come. And finally, she's killed the possum for, 30 minutes, and she's satisfied that she's killed the possum. And I've even gone back in and gotten food and been like, here, look, I got you a treat. Here's a bony. And, and the dog comes running towards me, but doesn't stop to get the treat. Goes running down the street, back towards the lady that just said she was going to call the cops on me because I was talking on the phone, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? If I wake this lady up again, then yeah, I'm going to just feel like that's, I'm an idiot. So I go running down the street after Jessie, and I can't keep up with her. So I go running back to my house, try to get my son up. He is sleeping, really soundly. And so then I have to wake up my husband. I'm like, the dog is down the street. And he's like, are you kidding? I'm like, no, I'm serious. And so he got out, and we went down we rode our bikes down the street and got the dog. And the nice lady, a nice neighbor was like, oh, I saw the dog. And so fortunately it wasn't the mean lady. And everything was fine, and we get the dog back in. What was my original point? How annoying I think my animals are? No. That wasn't it. Oh, that we have a coyote living on the island. Yep. There's, we live in a very, the houses go right up next to each other. There's a couple empty lots where we live, but there's nothing on them. And so, we've got possums and raccoons and squirrels and snakes. We saw a snake yesterday and stuff like that. But, a full coyote is apparently in our neighborhood now. And I don't remember what point I was going to make. But I do know I've got to go. So I guess we'll never know. Except that cat just doesn't realize how close I am to being like, okay, kitty, it was nice knowing you. But maybe you could go back to the pet store. Because I didn't really set out to get a cat. My daughter wanted the cat. And the cat isn't very snuggly, which is what I want in a cat. Okay. But I don't think I'll actually get rid of the cat. I mean, it's just a fantasy, basically. I'll probably have that cat for the next 20 years. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far, and then I'm going to keep going with this. I'm probably going to run out of room. Grr. So, I don't know. I haven't done good space planning on this, but it is what it is, and I'll be back. Hey Scrapbookers, it's back after a couple of hours, and I thought that I would save some time, and since I had, so I kind of mixed up the paragraph. So this is where it starts, and then I ran out of space, so I thought I would put it up here. But then I got all of the words out of order because we were also working on orders of operation in algebra, and the problems were like this long. So I got all that messed up. So it was like I was trying to pull them up and then place them back down, and it just wasn't working. So what I did instead was I wrote that bit on a journaling card. And then I thought I would just tuck this in here, like that. So let's do that. So if you ever do journaling right on your page, I got a comment the other day like, oh, how brave to journal right on your page. Like, you can still fix it even if you completely mess it up, which I did. So I believe this is layout number 7. So I'm feeling like a way underachiever. There is a leaderboard going to be up every Saturday at Get It Scrapped for Calvinball to see like who's up in the points and all that kind of stuff. So today is, right now it's Thursday night, so I have some time to get some points in by Saturday. And I wish that that they had like one category for layouts and then the other category for points. And so they just had one category for, I think, total points. And I didn't want to like say, oh, could you make it for that other thing too? Just because I feel like they already went to the trouble of making it. So anyways, so I'll just complain here. I'm not complaining. I think it would be better, like more, oh, this will frost your ass. I thought it was this will chap your ass. This will, that's what he titled his little essay. It is true. So now, let's finish this layout off with some embellishments of some sort. Oh, he did say, now that's what chills my ass. But this says, this will frost your ass. Yep, I love my father-in-law. He was a funny guy. I'm just kind of trying to see where this might go. Oops, pardon me. So what did I do today? We did a puzzle that we started yesterday and finished it today. The periodic elements. So we did, it was 1,000 pieces, but it wasn't really hard at all because it was, you know, so color coded. Okay, what am I gonna do next? I do have like a little bit of mess over here. Let's just see if, I'm just seeing if I could put those underneath, and I don't think I want to, but maybe I will go for those flowers that I cut out. Let's see if I can find them. Where did that pad of paper go? Here it is. So I have a little bit of a problem area right here. And I can kind of just scrape that off, that extra paper. That seems to be working. Just using my thumbnail. All the mistaken paper there. And I do feel a little bit bad that I didn't get more of this on that you could tell what that was. But I didn't. Whatever. Okay, what else can we add? So it needs a title. I was telling my family about how the cat went crazy last night, and I don't think anybody like believed me that Lizzie Borden, you know, inhabited my cat. I was doing, so if you didn't watch yesterday's, I was doing a, I could put that in there, but I feel like it doesn't really need to be in there. So I'm going to put these back. But I do need some kind of embellishment and some kind of title. But yeah, I was doing this layout last night about how I'm related to Lizzie Borden, and my cat went completely crazy while I was doing that. Okay, I'm kind of thinking that the title might be Notes from Beyond or something like that. Okay, maybe I'll just call it Dental Bill. I don't know. I don't know if I like that there. Maybe down here. So my father-in-law was somebody who would do things like remove his own teeth. He removed his own tonsils. I don't think I want it to say dental. Thought I did for a second. What can I title this? This will frost your ass. Oh, I could just, if I had a dollar sign, there's no dollar signs here, I could just put from the reader file. Let's just see, I'm not doing any kind of wax papering, reader file. And then I'm going to write from the reader, and then I need file. So these are like chipboard letters that I just picked up at Tuesday morning. What am I going to do for embellishments? I don't know. No idea. Let's see if I can get this back in here. I feel like sometimes you have to cut it off, cut the edges off a little bit so that the thickers will go back into their sleeve, you know, and cooperate. There, that's a little bit better. Alright, let's look at this, my small letter stickers. Or actually I have some, can I write from the, I don't, maybe not those letters. So yeah, there's going to be a leaderboard over at Get It Scrapped. I think that's going to be fun to see who's ahead and who's behind, and or not who's behind, but mainly who's ahead, you know. It is fun to have a little challenge. Okay, let's see if we can write anything with these. That's not going to show up at all. Either needs to be white or by LE. Let's see if we can get the black. I feel like you can't even see that. I feel like you can't even see this. I feel like you can see it better down here. Let's do it down here. Although I almost think I don't want to have those red letters at all. Let's just put them back onto the, yeah, I think I want white letters actually. And I did buy some glittery new white letters, but I don't think those are the ones I'm going to want. But I do think I want to put it over the picture. I like that idea. But I think I need some white letters so that this looks lighter to me, but when I look at the screen, And I imagine how it's going to photograph. I think that it's going to look better if those are white. I think you're going to be able to see them better. I'm making a mess of these brand new letters. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me look for some. So I'll put this one back. Let me look for some white letters. So, I think I've already mentioned this, but it's a good time to tell you. I don't pre-plan these videos, so sometimes it involves me looking for stuff. But I feel like I'm just, keeping it like this is actually how things go. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay, but I didn't look, so I'm looking now. I probably should have looked. That would have been a smart thing to do, but I didn't do that. So I'm looking for my white letters. I have those. Those might work. Your old basic gray. Reader file. I always seem to be out of R's with these, but I see the R. So that should be okay. Yeah, it's still not awesome. As far as contrast goes. But I like it better. And I like that it has all those little, like it's got little dots in it. Yeah, we'll go with that. It's the first thing that I came across that looked like it might be the right size. So I made scallops again tonight. That's like, I made them the other night because they had like one of those little tasty things at the supermarket, and then we liked them so well that I made them again tonight, but I made them a different way. I just made like baked scallops with like a bread crumbly thing on the top, and both of the kids were like, "Oh, that is so disgusting." And I would have to say, like, growing up, it took me a while to come around to like lobster and scallops and all that and shrimp, but I did. But I never ate mussels. And so the other night, like a week or so ago, I went to a cocktail party. I think I was making a video right beforehand, so I mentioned it on the video. But I went to this cocktail party, and the lady that was hosting it had, like, it was like you got tapas. So, like, everybody ordered something and then shared. And she got mussels, and she was like, "Oh, you've got to try these. They're so good." And so I didn't want to. She's the sweetest lady. I love her so much. And so I didn't want to be like, "Well, I'm not going to eat mussels." So I was like, "Well, I've never tried them." But I did grow up in Massachusetts. And then the girl next to me, sitting next to me at the party, she was, she's from Massachusetts too. And so we were like, yeah, growing up, like, it was like, I don't know. It wasn't like a delicacy like it is now, Like, it was just something that, like, people, I can remember, like, people digging for mussels, So it seemed like, not a luxury item. But we tried them and they're so good. I'm like, I'm going to have these again. Like, I never really did fried clams either. My sister loves fried clams. I usually stick with lobster. But mussels are great. Who knew? And so are scallops. But I already knew that. But the scallops I've been getting are the Patagonian scallops. They're like tiny. They're not like the big ones that I'm used to from when I was a kid. Okay, so now we just need like some tiny little letters. Let's just use what's handy. So my father-in-law often used his initials on everything. I don't know why. Okay, so I'm going to write from the reader file of CMS. And this is going in his album. So where did the little cut thing go? I just lost a letter sticker. It went into the ether. Oh, here it is. Oh, hold on just a sec. Okay, scrapbookers, I'm back, and I have to be a little bit quiet because it's at night. I think I'm going to get so much done during the day, and then I got, like, nothing done on this kind of stuff. I mean, I get lots of other things done. Let's see. Okay, now the cat's going insane again. Let's add something to this page. So I have these new little Pebbles chips. And I think there might be something in here. I was going to add a photo of him, but I didn't, and I'm going to give up on that at this point. Yeah, the cat's going crazy now. This is cute. On the back they had like nutrition facts, and it was like printed inspiration, fun, cuteness, uniqueness, creative fiber. That was kind of funny. So those were on sale at that discount store October afternoon. Tuesday morning. No way my brain just won't let that work, but it won't. But the colors in this really seem like they go a lot with that wildflower. And I think that's, oh, that's cute. That would have been cute. Oh, and there's another house. Ta-da! And a little bike. Wait, these are cute. Can you see all this? I think you can. Let's see. Oh, this one's cute. Look at how cute that is. Very cute. Love at home. The stuff life is made of. Hello, friend. Get together. Boy, this stuff is cute. Look at that one. I don't think this is going to go on the page. Oh my god, I don't know what I'm going to do with this cat. She's gone completely mental again. I don't think I can blame it on Lizzie Borden tonight. Maybe I'll blame it on Charles, on this guy, because oh my gosh, now she's on the layouts I just made. I don't even know how she got up there. Okay, I have to go save my layouts. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, but I'm seriously like on the verge of putting her in her cage. There's another little house. That would have been cute too. Would have been like much tinier. Yeah. There's a cloud. I don't know if I really want to do that, but that would be an option. Let's see what else we got. Oh, these are cute. Look at that. The little gnome family. Oh, that is so cute. Okay, so, oh, this is good. Home Sweet Home. That kind of has to do with this. That could go down there. Boy, these are some interesting little bits. This would have been cute, like, kind of coming up off the page, you know? I think this is already down. But kind of like that, except I don't really want it to come out off the page. But that would have been cute. Okay. So let's play with those on the next layout. Let's just see. And then I think I'm going to be ready to put this summer kit to bed. Which means just I'll put it back into my drawer. Okay, this is Start Here, which doesn't really go, but that's where you should start reading and then read that at the end. That's why I'm going to put that there, I think. Capturing Life. Capture Life. See that going up here, because he was, you know, a documenter of things. So what I think I will do for my late night videos is maybe just kind of check in with you, because I would like to get a whole bunch of them done tonight, and I think I'm going to be able to speed up my process if I don't have to do too much in the way of videotaping. Plus I need to be kind of quiet, so yep. So I'm just adding some random doodads. Just to give it a little something. So not a ton. There's that, and ta-da. Yep, that's it. Okay. Thank you for watching. Good night.